What's going on, guys? This is Joe Young coming at you with another reaction video today. It's been really busy. Been doing a lot of just house project stuff throughout the week. So I'm just trying to fit in a video here and there for you guys. As promised, I'm going to try to do at least one reaction video a week. I've been wanting to watch this one for a while now, but I've just been waiting to catch it on camera, but finally I get to watch it. It's going to be Mass Aquarium's 75 gallon planet tank. It looks like he's going to tear it down and rescape and redo it, so I'm kind of excited to see what he's going to do. The title says it's been 2 years and it's time for a change. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, it seems like I change stuff so often, either moving rocks, scaping, or just like plants throughout the year, that, you know, it's kind of needed to kind of keep, I guess, the interest sparked. But before I, you know, ramble on some more, but let's cue up this video and watch it, and I can kind of talk too. Alright. Kind of adjusting the volume there. Mass Aquariums.
Hey,
what's up, Mass?
What's up, YouTube? Mike from Mass Aquariums. You know the spiel. Might see me in front of a tank that looks a little bit different. Yeah. So, I went to the Packy today.
Sorry, I'm just going to adjust the
For
volume.
those of you outside of Massachusetts, a Packy is a liquor store. You buy beer, booze, whatever. So I go to the Packy today to get some summer beer, because it's
100 over here, bro.
In Massachusetts. And all I see is Oktoberfest and Harpoon Pumpkin this and blah blah blah, and all the summer beers are gone. All the Packies are selling winter and fall beers
are changing
already.
It's
Can
fall.
you believe it? No, I can't. Neither can I. Can you believe it? Alright, anyway. So, I decided, let's get my winter project going. I'm motivated. Let's do it. If you follow my Facebook group, I've told you that I'm breaking down my 75 because I'm going to start it all over during the winter. You know, a lot of people during the winter, they, you know, you're stuck inside, and that's when you start going crazy and spending money on.
To an extent, I would agree.
Setting up new tanks.
It's more like Christmas, and it's just time to buy yourself something because nobody else is going to get you gifts.
And you got to mow the lawn.
That's just me. I don't know about you
doing
guys.
Stuff with the kids. You want to be fishing, swimming, going to the beach, doing whatever, and now you got all these tanks that you set up during the winter, and you don't feel like taking care of them. Maybe you do. I know I do. So, I've slowly been breaking down tanks. You know, guys know I'm getting into reefs, and, but I still love my planted tanks. And this tank, big time, needed a makeover. It was just about 2 years old. When I started out, if you want to go...
It looks kind of dirty, man.
Maybe I'll post a link down below to one of my first videos on this tank when there was barely anything in it to what it was, what it's become almost 2 years ago. Yeah, it was awesome. It was literally everything I wanted it to be and I set out to be. I made a plan and drew it out on a piece of paper where I wanted my plants, what I wanted the background to look like. Everything about the tank, it came to life and came true. And I'm happy with that.
So what was that butt in the
you know,
industry here? You always, yeah, it happens.
I got bored with it. My so-called dream came alive, and now it's time to start something new. So, what I did, I took literally.
Okay, that's why it's dirty. Because you were pulling stuff. Makes sense.
I took a ton of plants out. What I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks,
pull them out
like every 4 or 5 days. I'm going to be doing a water change and ripping out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's dirty.
When you have dirt substrate, anybody who has dirt knows you can't just rip it out.
Just do
all the plants out.
Just do it. Remove the fish and
it makes a big mess. So what I did tonight was I ripped out the entire background of my tank. All the jungle valve, all the hellfiery, everything that was in the background, ripped it out, did a, like, talking like an 80-90%
yeah.
water change. And in 3 or 4 days, when this clears up, I will rip out more plants. By the way, I did clean my canister filter, because when you start ripping stuff out, I mean, those sponges are just going to get clogged with all sorts of 3 or 4 days, I'm going to rip the bacopa out, maybe a few other plants. Probably in about 2 weeks, you are going to see this tank have nothing in it besides fish. The wood's going to be gone. I don't know if you guys have planted tanks that
I did at one point.
have driftwood in them, or driftwood tanks. If you leave the driftwood in for a long time, it starts to break apart and just get nasty. You go to try to move it, and just stuff just falls off of it. It starts to break apart. You know, driftwood
does break apart. I don't know about the nasty part, but I mean, it's just more of just like brittle, right?
Years, and you know, maybe you never touch that driftwood, but years later goes by, you go to move it or do whatever, boom, it's just going to break apart. So now I'm rambling as usual. Let's get this over with. I'm going to give you guys updates. My planted tank is going to be completely plantless in about 2 weeks. Driftwood gone. The only thing you're going to see is substrate and fish. And I'm starting from scratch. I got a new dream, a new hardscape, a new planted scape, everything in mind of what I want to do with this next one. I ripped the CO2 out. I'm going to turn the lights down a bit. I'm going to stop dosing. You know, you might say it's going to get unbalanced, but I got it all under control. Don't you worry. And I'm looking forward to giving you guys some updates, and I'm looking forward to showing you what I have going for this next scape. So, 75 gallon planted. 2 years in the making, getting ripped down, and we're going to start from scratch. And I can't wait to show you guys my progress.
Cool, Mass.
So, this is Mike from Mass.
Yeah, definitely his tank has been up for like 2 years. That's actually really impressive. His plants are really lush. It's probably one of, you know, the lushest planet tanks that I've seen in YouTube. That's up, you know, that hasn't been changed in a while, because I know that people change stuff all the time. Looking at his plants, it looks like a lot of his plants were just like kind of a low, easier tier plants. In terms of like maintenance, like they're not as hard to keep. You just throw them in there. If you put CO2, they'll grow like weeds. Stuff like that is what I mean by easy plants. What I'm hoping to see, Mass, hint hint, is harder plants to keep, maybe higher, you know, basically high tech. I mean, you already have a high tech tank, it looks like, but in terms of like highlighted plants, harder plants to keep, because like for me, I transitioned, like, when I started, I did the same thing with, like, similar to Mass. I started with like easy plants, low tier lights, and then slowly moved to medium lighted plants, and now like I have probably all highlight plants, and very, like, it's demanding, harder to keep, you know, in terms of dosing. You have to have CO2, stuff like that, and you kind of have to know your plants, and like kind of like, oh yeah, you know, it needs a little bit more, you know, iron or something like that, or else it'll start to die like fast. So I'm hoping that your new scape and new plants are going to be a little bit on the higher end plants. I know, like, generally it's going to be more expensive for the stems, but hey, whatever, they look nicer. Harder to keep plants. I don't know. It looks like you're probably going to end up keeping the same fish, so that's great. If not, you know, maybe jump into the discus world. I don't know. If you're changing it up, of course. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm going to assume they're going to probably go some sort of like foreground, like hard foreground, like, you know, some sort of HC Glosso. That would be pretty sweet. Because it looks like, you know, you didn't really have much carpeted plants. I mean, I don't have it either. I did at one point. It looked nice until you start ripping it up, and like the fish start ripping it up. It kind of has to be like settled and planted pretty good before you actually throw in fish. But the one thing is, I would suggest, Mass, like, I would just literally tear everything up all at once, to be honest. Like, I would toss all your fish into like a rubber tub, like, you know, go to Walmart, buy it for like $7, $8. That holds like 30 gallons or whatever. Toss all your fish in there. Toss the tank water, literally like siphon that tank water into there. Toss your filter into that rubber bucket or, you know, whatever, and just let it run there, and just do water changes from there, and literally tear down your tank all at once, because like you going in there, tearing it down, and having the fish in there, especially with dirt, kicking up all that, you know, debris, bacteria after 2 years, it's probably not good for your fish. That's just from experience, because I've done it before, and it's not good for your fish. You know, and then doing big water changes afterwards, you know, it's definitely not pleasant. It could be bad on your fish in terms of health. So that's my suggestion. But anyways, looking forward to it. It looked like you had another video out already, but I'll probably do it. I'll probably watch it just normally without, you know, doing this, unless you guys want me to. Anyways, peace, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any other videos you want me to do reactions to, let me know. I'm trying to do an even reef and planted, so definitely looking forward to more videos from you guys in the future. Peace, guys.